Welcome students in the next video on eigenvalues and eigenvectors. In today's lecture we are going to see a new topic, that is diagonalization of a matrix. This is also a very important concept. We are further for the next topic that we are going to discuss is functions of a square matrix, and there we are going to use the concept of diagonalization of the matrix. So let's begin with the what is meant by diagonalization of a matrix. But before we proceed for diagonalization of a matrix, we need to discuss the similarity of the two matrices. So let's begin with it. Okay, friends. Welcome, friends. Here we are going to discuss a new topic. Okay. First, we are going to discuss similarity of the matrices. If A and B are two square matrices of order n, then B is said to be similar to A if there exists a non-singular matrix M such that B can be expressed as M inverse AM. Then only we can call A and B are similar matrices, or B is said to be similar to A. Okay, and if we write in the way of A is equal to M inverse B M. If we write in this way, then we say that A is similar to B. Okay. Now, a square matrix A is said to be diagonalizable if it is similar to a diagonal matrix. Here I am saying that B is similar to A. Okay. So B and A are two different matrices. But if I say A is a diagonalizable matrix, means I can reduce it into a diagonal form. Then in such cases, basically that matrix A should be similar to the diagonal matrix. That means we must express A as M inverse DM, where D is a diagonal form of the matrix. Okay, just remember this. Now there are some properties of the similarity of the matrices. If if A is similar to B and B is similar to C, then A is similar to matrix C. Another property is A and B are similar, then their determinants are same. Then if A is similar to B, then their powers are also similar to the same power of B, that is A square similar to B square. If A is a diagonalizable, A square is also a diagonalizable matrix. If A and B are two similar matrices, then they have same eigenvalues. Okay, that's very important. And this leads to the diagonalizable matrix, or converting a matrix or reducing a matrix into its diagonal form. So for that we take a help of this. If A and B are similar, then their eigenvalues are equal. But before we proceed to the diagonalization of a matrix, there are a very important concept, algebraic and geometric multiplicity of a eigenvalue. If lambda 1 is an eigenvalue of a matrix A which repeat t times, then T is called algebraic multiplicity. For example, suppose one matrix of order 3 by 3 is given and its eigenvalues are 1, 1 and 2. 1, 1 and 2. The 3 by 3 matrix means there exists 3 eigenvalues, but one of them, that is 1, repeats 2 times. So 1 having the algebraic multiplicity as 2. Okay. Now, if S is a number of linearly independent eigenvectors corresponding to eigenvalue lambda 1 corresponding to eigenvalue lambda 1, then S is called the geometric multiplicity lambda 1. That means for one distinct eigenvalue there exists one linearly independent solutions. Now if a particular eigenvalue repeats say 2 times, okay, and for that eigenvalue we get 2 linearly independent solutions, then its geometric multiplicity becomes 2. Just remember this. Next is a necessary and sufficient condition of a square matrix to be similar to a diagonal matrix is that the geometric multiplicity of each of its eigenvalue coincides with the algebraic multiplicity. In simple way, the algebraic and the geometric multiplicity should be equal for each and every eigenvalue of the given matrix. The next is very important. A square matrix A which is non-singular, whose all eigenvalues are distinct, can be diagonalized by similarity transformation D is equal to M inverse AM. where M is matrix whose columns are eigenvectors. M is a matrix whose columns are the eigenvectors of A, and D is a diagonal matrix whose diagonal elements are the eigenvalues. Okay, just remember these two very important points. Unless and until algebraic multiplicity and geometric multiplicity are same, we cannot say whether matrix is unless and until they are equal, matrix doesn't reduce it into form of the diagonal matrix. Okay, so just this is very important. This is a necessary and sufficient criteria which is to be satisfied by your eigenvalues and the eigenvectors. So let's come up with one example. We start with one matrix. Okay, I just write a question here first. Determine the eigenvalues and eigenvectors and eigenvectors of a matrix A given as 2 2 1 1 3 1 1 2 2. Okay, and check whether yes, correct. Matrix is diagonalizable. If so, that is, if the matrix is diagonalizable, find a diagonal matrix, that is a matrix to which A is similar, diagonal matrix capital D, and modal matrix or say transforming matrix M. Okay, now first of all, in examination you may get a question directly like this: A is a matrix, check whether matrix is diagonalizable or not, and if so, then find its diagonal means its similarity matrix its similarity diagonal matrix D and the modal matrix M. In that case also you have to first calculate eigenvalues and eigenvectors, because to check whether matrix is diagonalizable or not, we check the algebraic multiplicity and geometric multiplicity, and to check algebraic multiplicity and geometric multiplicity we require their eigenvalues and eigenvectors respectively. Okay, now for this given matrix, the characteristic equation is determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0, which has been given as 2 minus lambda 2, then 1 1 3 minus lambda 1 1 2 2 minus lambda is equal to 0. I just write the characteristic equation directly here: lambda cube minus 2 3 7 lambda square plus okay, this would be somewhere 11, yes, 11 lambda minus 5 is equal to 0. Determinant of this matrix is 5. Okay, then it gives me the values lambda is equal to 1 1 and 5. 3 eigenvalues we have, 1 1 and 5. Okay, now for lambda equals to 1, to find the eigenvector, consider the matrix equation A minus lambda I is equal into X is equal to 0. Your matrix A minus lambda is same as this: 2 minus lambda 2 1 1 3 minus lambda 1 1 2 2 minus lambda into X, that is X, Y and Z is equal to 0 0 0. While discussing the eigenvalues and eigenvector problems, I discussed the same matrix, the same we are going to means similar matrix we have discussed, not exactly same. Okay, now for lambda is equal to 1, so when I substitute lambda is equal to 1, we get 2 minus 1 1, the 2 as it is, 1 as it is, 1 3 minus 1 is 2, then 1 1 2 1, X, Y and Z. Now further R2 minus R1 and then R3 minus R1. We get the zeros at these places. But here all the rows are identical, so we get a 0, 0, 0 like this. So we get a row echelon form of the matrix. Further reduction is not possible, so we'll stop our procedure and we check what is the rank and how many linearly independent solution exist, everything. Okay, now rank of the matrix A minus lambda I is 1 because there is only one non-zero row present. Now number of unknowns for the system 1, 2 and 3. Therefore there exists number of unknowns minus rank is equal to 2 linearly independent solutions. Okay, now as we are getting 2 linearly independent solutions, we need to compute them first. Okay, so what we get there? Okay, x plus 2y plus z is equal to 0. This is our equation. Now case 1, where I am making a substitution, y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 1. So when y is 0 and z is 1, we get x plus 1 is equal to 0, which gives me x is equal to minus 1. So my first vector is minus 1, 0, 1. Okay. Yeah, if you can go for say x1 and y0, then what will happen? Z is equal to minus 1. So you will get a similar means you will get a vector which is depend on this one. See, x 0 and y is equal, sorry, x is equal to 1 and y equal to 0. So when you say x is 1 here, then we get 1 plus 0 plus z. So in this case z is equal to minus 1. So we get 1, 0, minus 1. See, both of them are in multiples of each other. Okay, just remember this. Next is case number 2. We reverse the substitution. So now here we make y equal to 1 and z is equal to 0. So which gives me x plus 2 into 1 plus 0 is equal to 0. Hence x is equal to minus 2. So now my vector becomes minus 2, then 1 and 0. Are you clear with this? Now this is for lambda is equal to 1. Now we go for lambda is equal to 5. For lambda is equal to 5, my system becomes a minus lambda I into x, lambda substituted as a 5. So we get 2 minus 5, that is 3, sorry, minus 3, then 2, 1, 1, 3 minus 5, that is minus 2, 1, 1, 2, 2 minus 5, that is again minus 3. Sorry. Okay. Now we'll make a first interchange, R1 interchange with R3 or R1 interchange with R2, anyone is okay. So I'll just go for R1 interchange with R3, which gives me 1, 2, minus 3, minus 3, 1 as it is, the middle row as it is, 1, minus 2, 1, and the last row becomes minus 3, 2, 1. Interchange we have done. Why I have made an interchange? Yes, anyone can tell? Yes, I need zeros at these places. So to get zeros at these places, it is better this entry is to be 1. Our calculation becomes simple. That's the story. Okay. Now R2 minus R1, 1 minus 1 becomes a 0, and R3 plus, here it is minus 3. If we add plus 3 in it, we get a 0. So I am just adding plus 3. But to add the plus 3, we are using the first row. So 1, 2, minus 3, 0, minus 4, 4. Yes, 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 2, that is 8. Okay. Now, if I multiply here by 2, we get a minus 8 and here the plus 8, and minus 8 plus 8 becomes a 0. So we get 0 here easily. hence R3 plus 2 times R2. 1, 2, minus 3, 0, minus 4, 4, 0, 0, zeros. Okay. I hope this is clear to everyone. Yeah. Now further, further reduction is not possible because we are getting zeros at these three places. And once we get it, you can see here number of zeros is more than number of zeros present before this non-zero entry. So of course this is a row echelon form of a matrix. Hence we stop the process. Rank of A minus lambda I is 2 here because there are 2 rows having a non-zero entry. Then number of unknowns is 3. Okay. So therefore there exists 3 minus 2, that is 1 linearly independent solution. Therefore we have x plus 2y minus 3z is equal to 0. Then minus 4y plus 4z is equal to 0. Now make a substitution, put z is equal to 1. When I substitute z is equal to 1 here, we get plus 4 shifted to the right hand side, it becomes a minus 4, minus 4, minus 4 cancelled. So this gives us y equals to 1. Put z is equal to 1 in second equation. Now put y is equal to 1, z is equal to 1 in first equation. That means this one. So x plus 2 into 1 minus 3 into 1. So 2 minus 3, that gives a minus 1, and minus 1 shifted to the right hand side, which gives me x is equal to 1. Okay. So my eigenvector is 1, 1, 1 is our eigenvector. Are you clear with this? Now just have a look to this. Lambda is equal to 1. This particular eigenvalue repeats how many times? 2 times. So for the first part, that is for eigenvector regarding the lambda is equal to 1, corresponding to lambda is equal to 1, what we say, since lambda is equal to 1 repeats 2 times, therefore algebraic multiplicity is equal to 2. Now there corresponding to lambda is equal to 1, there exist 2 linearly independent solutions, in other words 2 eigenvectors. Therefore geometric multiplicity is also 2. Therefore we get algebraic multiplicity is equal to geometric multiplicity for lambda is equal to 1. Similarly, you can just go through with this. Lambda is equal to 5 repeats only once. Therefore algebraic multiplicity is equal to 1, and corresponding to lambda is equal to 5, there exists only one eigenvector. Therefore the geometric multiplicity is 1. So in this case also we get algebraic multiplicity same as the geometric multiplicity. So in each case, that is here 2 distinct eigenvalues 1 and 5. In both the cases algebraic multiplicity and geometric multiplicity remains same. Therefore A is diagonalizable. Okay. Now as A is diagonalizable, then we need to calculate the diagonal matrix D, which has been given as 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 5. See, each eigenvalue put at the diagonal places. So 1 1 5. Now model matrix. How to write a model matrix? Now we have 2 eigenvectors corresponding to 1. One is a -1 0 1 and second one is a -2 1 0. So in the first column, my eigenvalue is 1. So you have a choice. Either you put here 0, 1, minus 1, 0, 1, or you can put here minus 2, 1, 0, anyone. Here I'll put minus 2, 1, 0. Okay. And for 5, my eigenvector is 1, 1, 1. So this is my model matrix. Okay. For which I get A is equal to MD M inverse. Okay. For which we get the A equals to MD M inverse. So this is how one can diagonalize a given matrix. I hope this idea is clear. Okay. So now you can try different examples of reducing a matrix into a diagonal form, because in examination we get a definite question based on this particular topic, that is diagonalization of a matrix. So in that case, first of all we need to calculate eigenvalues, then eigenvectors corresponding to it. Okay. And then only one can think of the whether matrix is diagonalizable or not. Okay. So thank you. We'll meet in the next video with some different examples. Till that, I'm just giving one simple homework to solve a problem for checking whether the matrix is diagonalizable or not. For homework, I am just giving only a 2 by 2 matrix. So write down the matrix 4, 1, 2, 3. Check whether this given matrix is diagonalizable or not. If it is diagonalizable, then find the matrix D and M. That's it. Thank you everyone.